RabbitMQ, here it is. This is the web interface. You can see we already have 20,000 messages that are piling up on our queues. But let's see the code that's pushing those messages. Here we are in LINQPad, and you can see at the top of the script, this is where we do the connection setup. And then there's two parts in here. We have things that are sending messages or the publishing messages, and we have a consumer, which is listening for messages from the queue. So at the bottom of the script, this is where every 4 seconds we are sending 100 messages to the queue. And that's what's causing the pile up here at 21,000, because right now the consumer that's listening for the queue, that's detached. And so here's the code for the consumer. We set up with the consumer, and then events are used to process each message that comes in. So here's our handler. And this was coded to do a disconnect after the first message so that, number one, we could just see that messages were getting processed, but also keep this manageable. I wanted to show a pileup of messages in the queue. And then also we're using LINQPad here, and it gives us these great visualizations, as well as making it very easy to create an example of how to use RabbitMQ. So we're using dump from LINQPad to get these visualizations here. And then if I scroll down some more, you can see that, hey, we're publishing messages. We're getting some logging there. This is still running live. Really drawing attention to these visualizations in LINQPad. This, for me at least, makes it very easy, or makes it easier at a minimum to understand, what's available in the code from the RabbitMQ API. What are the properties? What are the values in there? I find this invaluable in building code and getting things working quickly with minimal or reduced effort. In RabbitMQ, we have the exchanges. So our example code created the app exchange of type topic. And then we have a queue, which is the topic hello. And if we go into the queue, now we have to see the binding. And we set up a binding from the app to the routing key greetings. And bindings are the magic that tie together exchanges and queues. This is something that really trips people up, and it's a kind of a hard concept to wrap your head around when you're first getting in the RabbitMQ. This is not obvious at all. So RabbitMQ will tell you to avoid the default exchange that they give you. So that's why we create the app exchange. I call it the app exchange for something simple. And all of that is declared in our code. So here's the exchange declare. We're creating the app exchange of type topic. We're creating a queue called topic hello. And then we set up a binding of, to the queue, to the exchange, and here's our routing key greeting. So when we send a message to an exchange with a routing key, and RabbitMQ figures out that, hey, based on this configuration, it needs to go to topic hello. That's your introduction to RabbitMQ. Grab the sample code. I'm running RabbitMQ in Docker. This took a handful of minutes to get going. With the sample code and everything I provided, you should be up and running within the next 5 minutes. You'll see messages flowing in your RabbitMQ. Good luck. Let me know what questions you have.